Calling the zoning hearing board for September 20th, 2022 to order. The first order of business is 2 requests for continuance.
Thank you for that. I will, we have number 3 on the agenda and number 5 have both requested it. So we'll go in order. First one, appeal 22-1975 Zubeda Foundation. Mike McGinnis, their attorney, requested a continuance today to the October 18th meeting. And along with that, I guess in response to some of the concerns from the neighbors, and in discussion with some of them and one of the attorneys for some of the neighbors, they decided it would be best to continue. They're going to have basically a Q&A session, I guess you could call it, on Thursday, September 29th at 6:30 p.m. at their offices, which is Begley, Carlin, Amandio, 680 Middletown Boulevard in Langhorne. That's September 29th, 6:30 at Begley, Carlin, Amandio's office. Any interested members of the public can be there and voice their concerns. And the hope is that a lot of those concerns can be addressed and, problems resolved. So they've requested a continuance to October 18th to provide time to meet with members of the public, the neighbors, and try to resolve some issues that there may be with that application.
Okay, I will entertain a motion.
I'll make a motion to continue appeal number 22-1975 to October 18th, 2022.
Is there a second? Okay, you might as well stay unmuted because you're the only one on the screen.
And just one other thing, they have waived all the applicable deadlines under the MPC as well.
Okay, any discussion? Yes, you can come up and to the microphone. Make sure it's on.
Okay, is that working? There we go.
Good.
My name is Cheryl Dacey, and I'm a homeowner with my husband, Peter Burke, at 4 Williams Lane. So this QA session, I think, will help us to maybe make some considerations from both sides. And if that happens, and they say have a revised plan that everybody's kind of in agreement with, I would assume the township may also have their own concerns that might not be ours. We would still want to participate in the meeting and all of that. Am I correct?
That will get, if there's a revision, then they'll have to post the revision if there's change it. But yes, there'll be a.
And then when, we initially got a document that looks like this. And then later on, after my attorney sent me something, I couldn't print the whole thing, but a previous document. And this is where we were able to see the lines of the protected woodlands, and we could see how much the tree line was changed and all of that kind of thing. How do we get a hold of this before the meeting? Is that a possibility or no? So on the 18th.
If I may, ma'am, you said your attorney, are you represented by William Ottinger?
Yes.
Okay, so I am one of the solicitors for the township. Mr. Ottinger called me
Hello.
today and we spoke, and he can always contact my office to get a copy of the plan, or once it's filed, will be available online through the township's website.
So the rest of the residents, I don't have all their emails or way to notify them. So how does the rest of the public get that if they don't have attorneys?
It's through, Jim can tell you, but there's.
Holy cow, he gets a lot of email.
That's fine.
Okay.
And as I had mentioned to some of you, if you just email me that you're interested in being a party to this, then I will inform you on all correspondence that goes back and forth. That's appropriate.
Okay. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Okay. All right. No further comment. All those in favor of continuance?
Aye.
All right, motion carries. You can leave if you want, unless you want to hang out for the other two, but the next one's going to be another continuance, so. So we're going to jump ahead to appeal 22-1977. And Mr. Flagger here will read the information.
Okay, so appeal 22-1977, Daniel Garcia and Mark Dickerson. Ed Murphy, who represents the applicants, has requested a continuance also to the October 18th meeting. And again, has waived any of the deadlines under the MPC.
Okay, and the crowd definitely thinned out there. All right, I'll entertain a motion.
I'll make a motion to continue appeal number 22-1977 to October 18th, 2022.
Second.
Okay, I do have one quick question for Jim here. Outside of what we're moving, what does the list of activity look like on the 18th of October?
I don't 100% recall, but I believe there's one or maybe two other applications.
All right,
So it's probably best to have the Subeda one as the third in line
mhm,
so that the other three can be discharged of quicker.
okay. Any discussion? Okay, all those in favor of the continuance?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. All right. Appeal 22-1977 is continued to October 18th.
Have a good one, Barb.
There's in both. This is.
Just tap it, just make sure.
Got it.
Okay, I don't know if you want.
Site plans as A2, proof of publication B1, proof of posting B2, B3 is the notice to the neighbors.
Okay, if you guys can state your names and be sworn in.
Andrew Hipschman, Hibshman.
Stephen Pelberg, Pelberg.
Pass the microphone down. Pass the microphone down.
You guys solemnly swear the testimony about to give will be the truth, so help you God.
All right, explain what it is you're looking to do.
We are adding an addition to the back of our house for an in-law suite for my father-in-law who's here with me tonight and my mother-in-law. Well, we live at 375 Hidden Oaks Drive, me and my wife and my two children who are 11 and 8. There you have the notice, but there's a couple of variances here for a setback issue with Stony Hill Road and then a slight increase in our impervious surface. So those are the two things we're looking for the new addition. Do you need any other details?
It was just an opportunity for you to explain, because next up, it's going to be questions from the three of us. So.
The increase in impervious, what is the stormwater management mitigation proposed?
So I think the proposal is to add another seepage. We actually have a seepage pitch because we put in a pool a couple years ago. And I think it should be there on the plan.
Jim, did you verify the numbers?
Yes, we did.
No further questions from me.
Let me just, housekeeping, forgot to mark the floor plans as A3. So the site plans, A2, floor plans, A3.
Mike, do you have any questions right now? Otherwise, I'll jump in. Okay, looking at this here, I'm seeing that you're pretty close on the impervious surface area. Could you remove a couple hundred square feet of pavement and no longer require the impervious surface variance?
Yes, we probably could. I think we could make that work if we needed to. Obviously, because we're close, we were coming to get the request, but we could probably make a small change to be under it if we needed to.
Okay. My next question is to Jim. The in-law suite as it's shown in the drawing here, does that require any other additional?
No, I guess the only question would be, you have a kitchen shown on there. I know we don't allow a second kitchen or second stove cooking unit in there. So I just want to make sure you're aware of that. Okay.
My mother-in-law doesn't cook anyway.
Yeah, a microwave's fine, a refrigerator's fine, but once you get
We were
into,
aware of that, and that's
Yeah.
fine. There's not going to be a range, just a microwave and then a small kitchen with a sink.
that's, no relief is needed for that.
All right, thank you. All right, I see that we have somebody else online. Are you there for public comment?
No, I'm the contractor involved in the project. This is Brian Zeldis, BKZ Contractors.
Okay. All right, well, everybody's being relatively quiet tonight, so I'm going to make an ask. Would you consider reducing your pavement to and still letting you have the future 12 by 20 pool house and shed to 21%? I understand your limitations with the fact you're against Stony Hill Road. Now, I don't know the opinion of the other members of the board here, but that's just a question from me.
Yeah, we would. I mean, obviously, we'd prefer not to and approve the plan as designed. So we'd prefer to get it approved as is, but if we needed to, we could make the change to make it work.
Okay, well, I will punt it to the other board members here then. I'll entertain a motion unless there's more questions.
I mean, I'm fine with it as submitted, Peter, because they do have stormwater management mitigating it. And I clearly I do not have a problem with the setback issues because it's Stony Hill Road, so it's really very low impact. But that's my comments on this. I think it probably makes sense for Mike to weigh in since you introduced the potential for removing some impervious. How was your cue, Mike?
And you're muted still.
Yeah, I'm okay with it, honestly.
And if I may, to reduce it down to the 21%, they'd have to remove 436, I think, square feet in order to get that down.
I'm not sure. Yeah, the shed probably would have to come out, I think, if we were to get down to. We'd really like to keep it if we could.
I do have one question. How is with the future pool house? What's that? Is that part of the impervious surface? And how is that connecting to the pool?
it's not a pool house. It's just a shed. We're just proposing a shed. We just want to have shed to put some stuff into it. So it's not a pool house. It's a fairly large, on the model. We may end up doing something a little bit smaller than that, but it's not meant to be a pool house. It's just a shed.
And that is included in the calculations.
Yes. So we could probably design the shed in a way to make it, I think you could do rock or something, but we prefer to do a slab so we don't have animals.
As I stated, I'm fine with it as submitted.
Okay. Is there any public comment online? Okay. I'll entertain a motion.
I'll make a motion to approve Appeal 22-1976 as submitted.
Second the motion.
Jim, do you want the subject to approval of the township for the mitigation?
You can say subject to the approval of that township for
Yeah.
mitigation.
Yeah.
Exactly like that.
All right, let's try this again.
Just add that on.
Yeah, very good.
So I don't need to, just subject to the township approval of the stormwater management mitigation.
Okay. Any further discussion? All right, hearing none, we'll take a vote. All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay, motion carries. You're good to go. Appeal 22-1976 is approved.
Thank you.
All right. Not that I suspect there's anybody online, but a reminder, we do not have a meeting on October 4th. Our next meeting will be October 18th. And is there any other business? Okay, I'm not hearing any other business. Good night.
Good luck with your project.
Motion to adjourn.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Second, all those in favor?
Aye.
Meeting's adjourned.